Hey, what's up, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading. We're going to dive into a message around the Divine Masculine Collective. I am getting a message around them needing you. Okay, I feel like the dark night is creeping in, and what I hear them experiencing or feeling, it's like they need you right now, but they won't admit it. And it feels like every night is a dark night. Okay, they may be going through the dark night of the soul. And what that may feel like for this particular collective is, I know in the last reading I talked about feeling really drained. It just feels like a lot of fatigue, and you don't have clarity. You just feel like your nervous system is fried, okay? Between trying to, I think, absorb everything that they are feeling on an emotional level with you, Divine Feminine, and then there is the 3D part of this experience, which is life, surviving, figuring yourself out, what you want, what your goals are, what your dreams are. I think all of these things are just swirling around in their head at night. And, sometimes when we go through the dark night of the soul, it can be filled with insomnia as well. So many of them could be experiencing a lot of late nights. It's like, let's say they have to be up by 5 a.m. They're going to bed by like 2 a.m., so not a lot of sleep many of them are getting. But as we all know, the dark night of the soul, it's just a passing energy, and it's more of just observing a lot of the thoughts that are coming up. But they do need you by their side, and I feel like even though they're not admitting it, because many of them are retreating into their turtle shell, that's part of just not admitting that they need you. Many of them may feel like if they had it their way, they would call you, talk to you, reach out to you, lean on you. But a part of them doesn't want to do that. They don't want to release everything onto you. And, a lot of them could just feel, or they're being very secretive at this time. Okay, let's explore their time alone. Yeah, there's our confirmation that it's definitely the divine masculines that are feeling this energy. It's like the dark night creeping in, and there we have it confirmed with the storm energy, okay? And we have unexpected as well, so I do feel like needing you or missing you is that unexpected feeling that many of them were not anticipating, okay? It's like this sudden feeling of crying or breaking down for many of your masculines. And just feeling like they really miss you. I'm feeling like, do you know how hard it is to miss somebody and not be able to reach out to them because you know that you shouldn't? The thing is too, another reason why I feel like many of them don't want to lean on you is because they put you through hell during your dark night of the soul. Maybe even during times that you might have reached out to them, they put you through that abandonment energy, the rejection energy. Many of us at the time, you can't see that it's for such great purpose. And I feel like, many of them are looking back, and maybe you're part of the journey, Divine Feminine, and they know for a fact that it would be unfair of them to lean on you during this storm that they're going through, this tower moment that they're going through. They know it's not right to seek shelter in your energy. Many of them could be learning a lot as well around self-worth, expectations. I know in the last reading I talked about many of the divine masculines. Right now is a time of maturing for a lot of them, working on their goals. I mean, looking at you now, you really did rise to the occasion, Divine Feminine. Many of them underestimated you. A lot of them, I feel like I'm hearing teaming up. They teamed up with a lot of karmic energies as well to try to get certain reactions out of you, cause jealousy. A lot of karmic energies as well. They really tried their best to make it seem like you were missing out on something with the divine masculine, but little did these karmic energies know that your masculines weren't going anywhere with that karmic situation, right? As many times as they tried to wrap it up in a pretty box and put a bow on it, it was never going to go anywhere. It was the recognition of the Divine Feminine's energy and acceptance of who the Divine Feminine is, and not running. And not only running, it was just recognizing who you are and then trying to cause destruction or some kind of tower moment in your life is where they really F things up. But that had a lot to do with some of the karmic energies as well, because we have closed off, guarded, resistant. Many of you saw like a crazy side to your divine masculines while they were wrapped up with a lot of these karmic energies. Like as long as they were in close proximity with the karmics, there was going to be some kind of chaos or drama or hurt, deception, betrayal coming your way, divine feminine. So many of you learned a very, very, very good lesson in terms of making sure that you let go or cut ties on this journey in some way. Put the connection on pause. Walk away, create space. Whatever you did, you definitely received a lot of victory from that. Okay. You received a lot of victory, and now I feel like because you're sitting in this place of victory or in a victorious place, a lot of your divine masculines, they're in the dark night of the soul, in the depths of the dark night of the soul. And it's really scary to have a lot of the third eye awakening and the clarity happen while you're in the dark night of the soul, because it's like you feel so much regret. It's like you feel so much hurt and pain and regret for genuinely hurting someone that, it's like in hindsight you could see had genuine intentions. Even like with the hoodie on here, looking down, hands in their pocket. A lot of your divine masculines are having deep reflections right now. And the dark night of the soul often will, bring this kind of stuff up, your goals, where it is you're at. Many of your masculines are comparing themselves to you right now. I feel like a lot of the karmics are quiet. They themselves underestimated your ability to be able to rise from the ashes. Because I feel like a lot of you energetically, you received a lot of spell work sent your way. And I feel like time and time again, people were on the lookout to see the effects of the spell work, and it was working. And people were like, yes, now you can shut the hell up, you and your stupid tarot, you and your stupid twin flame journey. And then you guys just resurface. You guys resurface even stronger than before, and it always leaves these karmic energies in shambles and embarrassment. I see many people stepping backwards. They have to put their profiles back on, private. Many of you will stop getting the fake phone calls, the fake text messages. A lot of you will stop getting comments harassing you on your social media pages, because they damn well know you come for me again. You want to come again? You want to come again? Come. Because a lot of you, you're protected. This is something else that a lot of your divine masculines are seeing on the journey also. Their karmic situations are being affected by this storm energy. Nobody's talking about you anymore, divine feminine. Many of your divine masculines as well were caught up in karmic situations where, such a headache to fight about the divine feminine over and over and over again. Your name would always come up, and it would always be your fault as to why their relationship was in shambles. But now I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are receiving clarity as to their associations. I'm hearing guilty by association. A lot of your masculines are realizing that, like, I'm hearing get away. I need to get away from you and see if things if things end up going better in my life. I feel like parting ways with a karmic situation, and also having like to burn to learn, investing a lot of time and money, milestones. Many of your masculines, having to burn to learn in a lot of these karmic situations, giving and giving and giving and never receiving anything in return. So yeah, many of them are trying their very best to stay courageous right now. They know that some kind of action is in order also with the action card. And I feel like the torch always represents hand in hand here. We do have that magic word, clarity. But more so too, like the fire, the torch, it represents like what's been hidden in the dark. Like certain things that has been hidden in the dark, it's come to light. And also too, like I'm getting the image of like, when the current goes out, somebody had an emergency match. Okay, somebody had an emergency match. It's like somebody tried to pull the lights out to do damage control, and your divine masculine lit up a match, and the flame in the room lit up the room while somebody was doing damage control. And what that represents is, in this moment of a lot of your divine masculines going through the dark night of the soul, they actually have seen that many of you have been under karmic attack by like their girlfriends, their wives, their mothers, their sisters. Many of them directly have been under karmic attacks by close friends of theirs, wanting to keep them in cycles of being mediocre, specifically wanting to keep them away from pursuing this connection with you, Divine Feminine, because a lot of your Divine Masculines, like, they really did think that they were surrounded by, like, genuine people. It took them a lot of time, and maybe time spent with you, to be able to learn how to practice paying attention to their intuition and their spiritual gifts. They were surrounded by, like, friends who have been jealous of them their entire friendships. You know, many of them are starting to, again, gain clarity here in order to really shape up in the area of self-worth and expectations. I'm also seeing that in the dark night of the soul. And something else that many of your masculines admire about you is this lone wolf energy. Many of them are seeing that in order for me to get where it is I need to be when it comes to achieving my goals and also aligning myself with that union energy. And guys, don't get me wrong here, that union energy has nothing to do with a relationship with you. They just know that I want to boss up like you, Divine Feminine. Union means they need to be in union with themselves in order to get the kind of results that you have been getting. And when you're in union with yourself, the first thing you start doing is you start cleaning up in your life. You know, it starts with, like, your home, you know, like your image. Many of you might start, you know, you went through this journey, and I feel like a lot of your Divine Masculines, they're starting to polish themselves up. After spending time with you, Divine Feminines, they're waking up early. Maybe many of them are, like, you know, showering a lot more, and not because of hygiene purposes, whatever. They're starting to realize that there's something with the water and clarity. When I shower in the mornings, I start my day with more clarity, and the clarity card did come up here. Especially if your masculine's a water sign. I feel like water signs have been coming up. I'm really getting, like, Scorpio energy and Pisces energy. But, yeah, like, I feel like a lot of them are starting to, you know, polish up. And after, you know, like, their home space, their life, their work, their attitude, their health, then they're starting to target the people in their lives. Like, how come I don't feel good around you? Like, I want to be different places, and every time I talk about my goals, you always have to throw some kind of sideways joke. Like, what's that shit about? So many of your masculines are realizing, like, the company they keep, like, everybody's going a certain route, they need to get off that route. Many of them are looking to you now, Divine Feminine, as, you know, like, this unorthodox route that you might have taken. Many of them want to take that route, or they're wishing that they would have done some of the things that you were doing during your dark night of the soul, which is focusing in on your passions, what your goals are, connecting to your spirit guides. They really wish that they could go back in time and believe in the twin flame journey at around the same time that you did. Instead, they made a mockery of you. They joined the bandwagon. I feel like you were Shrek, Divine Feminine. You were the ogre, and your Divine Masculine joined the crowd of people who were picking up, you know, the torches and the pitchforks coming towards you. And you and your classic Shrek self told everybody to get the hell out of your swamp. You know, but they have the clarity now, and now I feel like the ball's in their court. Many of them are realizing that there's a lot to be done right now. But that's why many of them, their energy is on you, or their thoughts are really on you. That's why, you know, many of you can feel them. Know that you know they have a lot of inner work to do. You know that both of you are at a distance, but you feel them. You feel the regret. Many of you can feel the clarity. It's almost like a soap opera where a lot of you can see certain things happening in the background in very subtle ways. And because a lot of you Divine Feminines are very highly intuitive, you're just like, oh my goodness, I can intuitively tell what's going on there. Because you can feel the energy shifting and moving and changing. So yeah, guys, like, that's what's going on with the masculines here. Let's get into some romance cards, and we'll tap a little bit further into this energy of needing you right now. I'm hearing I need you like water, like breath, like rain. That could be a song synchronicity, and maybe that's how they feel. Whoa, those popped out. All right, what is this need you energy about? I already see worth waiting for. So this could be something that they are hoping that you two reconnect. that you wait while they're going through this dark night of the soul energy. Usually during that dark night, there's, no communication. You can heavily feel each other, but it feels like communication is miles and miles and miles and miles away because the energy just feels so dense. It's like you love one another so much and you want to reach out and soothe each other so much, but you know that you just freaking can't. What's the point? You reach out, they wouldn't even reply anyway, right? Because the energy, it's too heavy, it's too dense, it's too intense, it's too anxiety-filled, anxiety-ridden. It's like you couldn't even reply or respond if you wanted to. What would you say? So, yeah, they're hoping that that divine timing is at work. And that's why you feel their energy so much, is because they kind of want this whole dark night of the soul thing to be over with. These lessons around forgiving and learning are not easy. It is not easy. That's why their head is down here in the hoodie with the masculine energy. That's how they're feeling right now. It's like this whole thing sucks. It's real though, because they're feeling like the effects of missing you and feeling uncomfortable around like people, family, friends. That's what ascension feels like. You end up feeling so alone, but you feel alone because you're going through this transformation of like realizing that it's safe to live through your authentic self. It's okay to draw boundaries. It's okay to be you, and then realize that by being you, that person starts acting shitty and you need to kick them out of your life. So that's what a lot of your masculines are going through, and they've avoided this shit for a really long time, guys. Like they were just like, oh, okay, friendships are getting rough. I'm not getting called up by people to hang out anymore. It's getting lonely. You know what? Let me just go back and put up with people's shit and just, so I have people to hang out with and a karmic partner to bunk with and all that stuff. But of course you hit the brick wall again where everything just starts feeling annoying and unfulfilling, and then they go online and look at you living your life, divine feminine, because you're reaping all the rewards of going through the dark night of the soul, shedding everything and everyone that didn't belong in your life. And yes, at one point in your life it did make you look very odd, very strange, like a loner. But that was you and your, moment of growing your superpowers. Everybody made fun of you during that moment of growing your superpowers, and then you guys had to pop off. Keep an open mind, okay? Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. They're hoping that you'll keep an open mind. They're having to keep an open mind now because they're realizing that once upon a time, it's like the reason you were so different is because you were getting them to try to see a whole new world. And they really shut that down. And they're in so much regret because of it. Unrequited love, not enough chemistry to keep things going right now. Yeah, because the energy that they're in right now, you're naturally repelled by it, divine feminine. That's why it's so easy for many of you to accept separation, accept the silence. You're in this easygoing energy. Many of you are starting to realize that there is so much power and empowerment and rest and saying what it is you want and getting what it is you want. Sorry guys, I don't mean to laugh. I don't know where this cheeky energy is coming from. I just feel a lot of good energy coming from the divine feminine, and maybe it's ironic because it could just be that that's just a confirmation that they really truly are going through the dark night of the soul, because usually the energies tend to intertwine in that way where it's like a mirrored effect, an opposite effect. Okay, let's go ahead and end off the reading with a message here. What's on the Divine Masculine's mind tonight in terms of the connection directly with you? So we have the Muse living in my dreams. Okay. Yeah, because you're definitely an inspiration. And honestly, like a lot of you are in this very beautiful, sexy energy, like very enticing, in your own lane. Many of you are making your own money. You've really cut through a lot of the illusions in society as well, where like you're really like, you don't care to be the type where it's like, oh yeah, let me just find somebody to like, prop me up and take care of me. Many of you are like, shit, no, gotta fill my bag first. And by filling your own bag, it's like you're so sensual in every way. And it's like a lot of your divine masculines, like they're serious and heavy in thought. Like they don't want you to get away. They honestly, the thought of imagining you with anybody else. Like it is absolutely killing them. This could be part of the reason why they don't want to admit that they need you so bad. They need you right now. I feel like it's almost like a territorial thing, just to mark their territory on you while they're going through this dark night of the soul. And this is how they're seeing you. Also too, like just the look on her face, it's just so, like, I don't know, sexual, sensual. And what I'm getting from that is, like, in the dark night of the soul, sometimes you picture like a beast. You know, it's like your thoughts are getting the best of you. You're thinking all kinds of things. You know, usually lower vibrational energy comes up against you for you to kick it in the ass. But it really does, like, kind of throw your ass around. And I feel like some of the thoughts that are throwing their ass around the room is the fact that you could be out there giving into temptation. The fact that, like, just the taste of you, divine feminine, could be on somebody else's lips. You know what I mean? It's like that shit is driving them insane. It's like they don't want that. They don't even want to think about it. They don't even want to picture it. You know, the fact that it is a possibility, and they can feel your energy as well, coming through very strongly, especially if it is sensual energy. And believe me, if, you know, many of you are out there dating or you are having encounters with other suitors, things like that, they can pick up on it and they can feel it and they will go pacing back and forth. And it's like this heavy kind of breathing where it's like, they know that they can't do anything about it, but at the same time, it's like so much emotions coming up in the dark night of the soul to just be healed and to be released. She cannot be possessed. Divine masculine. Chill the F out. All right, so that's what I'm getting for this one, guys. If you would like a personal session with me, be sure to reach out to me on Hipsy or Wizio. I do offer private one-to-one sessions on Hipsy.com where you can chat with me back and forth, or if you prefer to pick up the phone and call me, you can do that as well. We could do a reading or skip the cards altogether and just chat like friends. I've been having a lot of fun doing that, and many of you have been really receiving it well, just like a call with an old friend, and I've been receiving it the same way, and it's been a lot of fun. So check out some of the links in my bio, guys, and if you do like these sensual readings, I do have the 18 plus sensual library reading in the membership section. Join the channel. I'd love to have you guys there. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one, okay? You guys take it easy. Good night. Bye.